Hi folks, and welcome back to another edition of Mental Health Matters in the Workplace. I have to just say that it is an absolutely stunning day. Johannesburg is a little bit windy, but it's definitely warming up, and I'm very excited that spring is on the way. For me, it's been a long and it's been a particularly cold winter, and quite a stressful one too. So I think we can all look forward to some warmer weather. I think generally moods tend to lift when the temperature goes up. Today I don't want to talk about something that's quite as pleasant as summer. I'm going to talk a little bit about this scourge of alcohol abuse in our country, which is extremely alarming, and perhaps even more alarming is the associated criminal activity that seems to be going with it. We've been made very aware by our government of the admissions to trauma units due to road accidents caused by drinking and driving, due to people being assaulted under the influence of alcohol, wives being beaten, and even young children being raped. And obviously this has got nothing to do actually with the pandemic. It's just that as a result of everything that's happened during the pandemic, we have all been made, I think, acutely aware of the problem. So what I want to just talk about very briefly is the difference between alcohol abuse and alcohol addiction. Alcohol addiction, otherwise known as alcoholism, or more correctly in the latest DSM, which is the 5th edition, alcohol use disorder. So both of them, abuse and addiction, obviously result in negative consequences in the person's daily life. And abuse is the one that seems to often result in problems with the law, also in problems with relationships and problems with work performance, lots of job changes, lots of job losses. But alcohol addiction, on the other hand, needs to be acknowledged as a chronic disease which is characterized by physical as well as psychological dependence. There's actually changes that take place in the brain, and the people who are addicted in fact need to drink in order to function, albeit that they're generally functioning on a fairly low level. Remember, many addicts they've lost their jobs, they're not capable of working, many have lost their families, many have lost their homes. But in order to just get through the day, they need to have those drinks. Okay, so the signs to look out for with addiction, there's 3 of them. The one is tolerance, where people, the addict consumes increasingly more alcohol. The second one is withdrawal, and that's when the person would become very seriously physically ill when the alcohol is taken away. And the third one is the compulsion to drink at all costs. They will sacrifice everything. All right, just a couple of other things to bear in mind. Addiction generally has a genetic component to it, whereas abuse generally doesn't. And maybe what's of great significance when it comes to managing this, if you've got employees who are suffering from abuse or addiction, is that abuse can usually be reversed without the need for intervention. Okay, so people who abuse alcohol can normally stop without needing medical intervention, whereas for the addict, medical intervention is almost always necessary, and that's due to the severity of the withdrawal symptoms. All right, just a little tidbit, not the nicest of topics, but there you go. That's it for today, and I'll see you the next time. Righty-ho, bye.